Alright, hello gamers, welcome back to the show. I am your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk, and today is Guild Wars Tuesday. So we are back in the wonderful world of Tyria, which has a patch that we are expecting probably in around 2 hours. We are going to be getting some balance changes. And I myself, as a druid main, am getting some nerfs and some buffs, so I'm looking forward to trying out and see how it feels, because I'm not really sure if I'm going to be, you know, net improving or net getting nerfed. Well, we'll see. Morning all. Hello, hello. I see you, I see you. Patch day, they're actually going to buff warriors, but this time Bloody Miracle that. Are they? I have to reread the notes. I just remember the druid notes. All the other classes that don't matter have already left my head. Hey Mike, how are you? Awake. That's what you get today. I'm awake. Let me see. Can I find the patch notes? Hang on a sec. GW2 upcoming patch notes. Let's see, the wiki had a page. Let me see if I can find it. Nope, not that one. I believe this is it. Yeah. Elementalist was like 15 pages. Yep. Yeah, this is the one. What's warrior getting? Oh, that's right. They were reworking the sword a bit. And a few other things. Oh, that's right. We're going to be seeing, was it Condi Bladesworn and Heel Bladesworn? That's right. And DPS Alack Druid will be a thing. They need to nerf the amount of conditions that you can get applied to you. I had more on me than a tropical research facility in World v. World. I don't know if they're ever going to change that. I think you cap out at 99
How do you
stacks of
fix
bleeding.
a broken jack-o'-lantern? You use a pumpkin patch.
Thank you, Ratola. Okay, guild halls. I'm not playing anymore. I'm waiting on Guild Wars 3. I mean, we've got around a year before we get to play the beta for Guild Wars 3, so you might be waiting for a while. Admittedly, it's only Bladesworn's getting to move around while charging up, and Hammer's getting a minor damage boost, but it's better than nothing. Okay. Can't harvest the nodes, waiting for that. Are we going to do a nice patch note read? Probably gloss over it, because I already did a video on all these notes, so just need to see like what they're changing. Because there might be new notes, or there might be some that they change their mind on. What are you looking forward to? Couple of things. Glyph of Equality, one of Druid's only ways of giving it the party stability, doesn't give stability in PvP or World v. World, and they're changing it to give stability in PvP. So that skill might be a maybe for PvP builds. Staff 2, which is not very useful, is getting reworked to be more useful. Astral 4 is no longer a channel. You just like click the button to start it, and then it kind of channels itself while you do other things. Looking forward to trying that out. Glyph of Burgeoning is completely new. They're replacing Glyph of the Tides. They are nerfing Blood Moon. That's the one where I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. And they're moving some traits around for Druids so that DPS Alack Druid can exist. Hey Muck, like the long-form Warframe video, is a good watch. Thank you. I will need to make more of those. Muck, you liking the range change? The range change? I'm not sure what you mean. There's a few Druid heal and buff things that are getting changed from like 240 range to 300. Is that what you mean? That's just like, that's still nearly melee range. Yeah, Viper, I do, but I mean, it's minor. It's super minor. Like Celestial Shadow going from 300 to 360, Druidic Clarity going from 300 to 360, Rejuvenating Tides going from 240 to 300. So most of it is still going to be, you gotta stack up pretty tight. Wife is going from Core Strike Ranger, I don't know what a Strike Ranger is, to Druid. Will she need to go from Nika to a different set down the line? It depends what Druid build she's playing. So if you're like a full support Druid and you're playing it like a healer and a buffer, you would often go either Harriers or Minstrels or Givers. If you were just wanting to be a condition damage DPS Druid, then full Viper is fine. After today, it will be possible to play a DPS Druid that provides Alacrity. So you would need, I don't know, maybe Ritualist gear? You would need a set of gear that has like condition damage and concentration on it. Alpha Rider, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. Guildhall is done. Let's go ahead and get this. Okay. Alright, cool. All that's done. Druid is getting a lack today. Well, Druid can already give a lack, but it's part of the healing support build. They're moving some traits around today, so it will be possible to provide a lack while doing damage. So there will be a condition damage DPS Druid after... Or sorry, condition damage a lack Druid after today. Celestial Alak Condi Druid question mark? So condition... If you're a Condi Druid, then some of the stats from Celestial would be wasted on you, like the power, precision, and ferocity. And also, I don't know if Celestial would have enough concentration to keep up the alacrity. So rather than Selly for Condi Druid, it might be you might use like Ritualist or something. But won't know until we actually get our hands on it. Because, like, for example, when I go into World v World, I play a Condi Druid, and I can run Celestial, but if I run Trailblazer, my damage is almost double. Selly makes me a little bit more tanky, but it takes me twice as long to kill anything, and then I can't kill some people while I'm in that gear. Hey y'all. Hey Say, what's up? Where is Ranger and health scaling? I think the class that has the highest base hit points is like Warrior and Necromancer. Ranger is kind of in the middle or upper middle. As default Ranger health is like way more than Ellie, but it's not as much as Necro or Warrior. Do you think a DPS Druid will require a specific boon set of gear? Most power boon DPS seem to be okay with Berserkers nowadays. That I don't know, because the way that a Druid provides alacrity is by each time their astral abilities hit a teammate, it provides like 1 second of alacrity. And if you're in full concentration gear, that 1 second becomes 2 seconds of alacrity. So you do many small applications of it to keep it up. So the question is going to be like, okay, well, each time you go into astral form, you know, the 4 skill and the 5 skill each do 5 pulses. So that's like 10 taps of alacrity at 1 second each. So that's 10 seconds of alacrity. And then maybe you use the 2 skill, which is instant, a time or 2 while you're in that. So maybe like 12 seconds of alacrity each time you go into astral form. And then on top of that, you have a 10-second cooldown on astral form, which would go down to like 8 seconds if you are in, if you have the alacrity. So it might be possible, assuming you have a constant supply of astral power, to do it with no concentration gear, but it'd probably be pretty tight. But again, that's just running the numbers in my head, so we won't know for sure until we get our hands on it. There would not be room for mistakes. Yeah. One thing, because if you need to get back into astral form fast, because Druid, you got 2 conditions to go into astral form. Your astral power bar has to be completely full, and the astral power form button has to be off cooldown. So if they make it to where you have to like re-enter astral form every second it's up to keep alacrity up, that's going to be pretty tight, because there's going to be times when the button's off cooldown, but you don't have enough astral power to go back into it. Because what gives you most of your astral power is when you heal teammates or yourself. Basically, when you make a green number happen on yourself or someone else. But if you're in a group and you're not the healer, then like your regen, if you're providing any, is not going to be ticking on the party. The healer's regen will be overriding yours. Stuff like that. So there will be times where you might not be able to generate enough. But look forward to trying it out. Hey, Muk. Hey, Eisen, what's up? My left pinky has more hit points than an Ellie. That's a buff pinky. Hey, I just installed the game, played for about an hour. The game is kind of fun, but is it hard? Because it feels way too easy. I don't know, should I continue? What's up, Kizu? I would say the early game in Guild Wars 2 in the open world is absolutely easier than the early game in some other MMOs, like World of Warcraft. Because, like, you know, in WoW, if you're fighting a mob and, you know, maybe 2 more aggro onto you, it's quite dangerous. In our game, because you can attack while moving, you can kite from a very low level and just like you run circles around mobs and you just wear them down. At higher levels, when you get to expansion content, there is a big step up. Because like, for example, when they came out with the first expansion, Heart of Thorns, everyone had already been max level for quite some time when that came out. So they over-tuned it. And there's a lot of people that when they get there, they're like, oh, geez, you know. So it does get tougher later on, but the early game in base Tyria is known for being a bit easier, yes. Regen from a DPS should be its own buff called Degen. Degen. The Raptors? Yeah, the Muckin' Raptors. Exactly. Let's see. Oh my goodness. For the giveaway vault. Yo. Thank you. Alright, I'll add these there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, giveaway vaults. Stack of butter. Put all that in there. Okay. Your inventory stresses me out. So, I still have over 200 slots in my inventory. I still got that much space. And this is after, like, a lot of these bag stacks are getting real nice. Like, look, I got 9 spoons right there. So this is after a couple of weeks of World v World. Let's see what we can find. I hate it. Thanks. I have 320 on my Ranger. I still obsessively keep it clean. I mean, if you... Like, okay. Let's say you're putting gas in your car. If you put gas in your car every time the tank is at 3/4, you're going to go to the gas station 4 times more often than the guy who just fills it up when it's almost empty. All right, that's a waste of a trip. So I'll clean out the bags when they get nearly full. That's what I'm gonna do. I want them to add open all loot containers button just to see if it would crash your game. There's a lot of containers here. You have to like choose a prize when you open it, so don't know how that would do.
Hey, look, it's the Tree of Birds. How are you today?
My gosh. Nerf engineers. I'm gonna go back and get the camp. Buff Condi Mirage. Now, Hyzen, you opened my eyes to the fact that a Mirage can kill me in less than 1 second from
54
stealth.
months.
No.
That's almost 55
I am going to
months.
assume that
It's
all
also
Mesmers...
4.5 years, which is almost 6 years.
I'm going to assume that all Mesmers can do that, and they need a lot of nerfs. Mesmer is one of the classes that even if I'm running over 2,000 toughness in World v World, if they're running that build, they can kill me in less than 1 second from invisibility. They need to be nerfed into the ground. Who was that? Bozer. 54 months. Thank you, Bozer. Appreciate that. Muck, use your super admin skills to delete the Mesmer. Super admin skills? What exactly are my super admin skills? Stormy, thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. Muck, can't wait for the dungeon event. Will you be playing dungeons on stream? Probably not. I'm looking forward to the balance patch to try out the stuff that's coming out on that. Asikov, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you. Oh, there's 4 minutes on that camp. That's no good. I'd love to see Muck run a raw. Pass. Balance patch, Talnov, not story patch. Hey, got us. No, Mahuyo was not planning to. If you had to guess, when do you think we'll start seeing info on new Battleground map stuff? Oh, the new World v World map? I don't know. I do not think it is going to be before the end of Visions of Eternity. So I'd say, 49 days until the final story patch. So probably not before then. This is right by Green's respawn, so I gotta be careful. Oh, she's holding the node. Hey, Will. Good morning. Thank you. Aren't they reworking Sword on Warrior? Mm-hmm. Here's a link to the patch notes, but yes, they are reworking Sword on Warrior. I saw your tweet about Bladesworn dealing a phone number. Oh man, I like barely remember that one. Yeah, Nerf Bladesworn. Nerf Druid. I don't know. I feel like Druid's fine. Like when I swap over to my engineer and I'm just like derping around on him with Condi pistol, I run into some Druids and I can like win more than I lose. I get on my Druid and it's like Amalgams can one-shot me. You showed me Mesmers can one-shot me. I don't know. There's just like I feel like anything that can one-shot someone else shouldn't be a thing in like MMO balance, because that's like FPS balance. Another thing I'm kind of tired of hearing over the years in balance is like, we took this feature away from druids because it's not fun to play against. I have heard that multiple times. Like, I mean, I've heard it, they said it recently for the Blood Moon thing, and they said it in the past for Ancient Seeds. And it's like, okay, well, Spellbreaker is not fun to play against, but here we are. I'm still annoyed they removed Bullet Catcher from Warrior Staff. I also miss Bullet Catcher. It was very fun in PvE. Like, I wish they would at least leave it in PvE. In PvP, it was becoming oppressive. I don't know that it was because of Bullet Catcher, but the staff itself, like every warrior in PvP during that time was using the staff, whether they were support or not, because it was just so good. Ranger got screwed for years. Dude, I remember when they said, what was it? They said, we've been balancing Beast Mastery for years around the Elite Specialization Soul Beast, and we're going to stop doing that? Dude, I screamed. I was like, that's why Beast Mastery is so bad? Because you guys have been doing that? Did you frame your Raise Your Banner picture? No, but I still have it. Still waiting for Stealth Trapper Druid to come back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ranger had access to Rune of the Trapper for years, and it was fine. And then as soon as Dragon Hunters got a hold of Rune of the Trapper, they were like, Rune of the Trapper's too strong. And they nerfed Rune of the Trapper, and the nerf affected Rangers who had nothing to do with the problem.
Best day of the week. GW2 Mukluk.
Thank you. Okay. Sorry, couldn't talk during that. What day will Guild Wars 3 be on? I imagine when Guild Wars 3 comes out, I'm gonna play nothing but Guild Wars 3 for like a month or something, you know? Once I, full clear it. Like, if... Let's say months after Guild Wars 3 comes out, you know, they're continuing to update both games. I'll probably dedicate it a day each week to both of them. I'm still gonna want to play, like, variety stuff, though, as well. Okay, I had to close the queue pop during that, so I'm at the end of the line again. Mirage is weak, see, buff Mirage. That's because that Mirage wasn't playing your build. Just came back to Guild Wars after a long hiatus and I'm loving it. Hey, welcome back. What would you recommend for how to gear up for World v World as a new player? Wizard's Vault is probably the easiest way to get endgame gear these days because you can get Ascended gear in here. But if you want more options, I'll link you a video on tons of ways to get endgame gear right there. Do you know what class you'll pick in Guild Wars 3? We don't even know the classes in Guild Wars 3. No, I don't. What tier levels for camps in World v World? What do you mean? So, like, a camp can be, you know, tier 1, 2, or 3. If you're asking, like, if I can handle that, yeah. Like, I can clear a tier 3 camp, but it, you know, it's a lot of mobs. So, like, if something... It's like I'm a little bit more vulnerable for someone jumping me if I'm clearing a tier 3 camp and they attack me. Tier 3 takes a decent amount of cooldowns, yeah. Part of the thing is the tier 3 camp has a lot of mobs, and if it has mercenaries, even more. And because of that, it's like my AoE caps out at 5 targets, right? So I can't hit them all until I've killed some of them. Plus the frogs and the dredge. Yeah, those are the mercenaries. Frogs are immune to poison, so I do a little less damage to them, but the dredge are especially nasty because they constantly do knockdowns and knockbacks. Kyre, like, probably 70 minutes, usually. Let me change to a no lyrics song here. Bit rough to talk over. Is this song from Alan Wake? It's from Control, which is an Alan Wake game. Been seeing a lot of World v World with your gameplay. Is there something you're working towards? No, I came back into World v World just to get video footage of how to make the new World v World accessory for a guide video. And then, against my will, I started having fun. And so now I'm here because fun. Like, strikes and raids and stuff like that, those are fun, but I've got 10,000 hours in this game. I have done those a million times. I know them by heart. And it's just like, setting up a group and figuring out who's got a lack and who's got quickness and all that stuff. It's just work for me. Like, it's just chores. So, PvP and World v World are fun because I never know what's going to happen. There's still an element of surprise to it. PvP is a little more annoying for two reasons. One, my class is more nerfed in PvP than it is in World v World. It's kind of weird, but the Druid has some abilities that the cooldowns are longer in PvP than they are World v World, so it feels a little worse to play there. The second thing is, like, if you go in a PvP match and they've got, like, one of those Flavor of the Month amalgam builds that's just one-shotting everybody on your team, even if you can tell in, like, a minute you're gonna lose, you have to play it out. Like, there's no surrender button or anything, so it's just like you're hostage in there for X amount of time. So, in here, if I encounter something that's pretty busted, I can just go somewhere else. So, World v World has been nice lately.
Guys, look at me! I'm so curvy!
Hey Muk, enjoying your Warframe series on YouTube? Just reached the point where you finished the prologue and got to character creation. Will you be playing more of it in the future if you decided you reached a point to end it? I think I will be playing more of it. The end of that playlist, around the, like, 41-hour mark in Warframe, we had a very rough day, both between the game and the Warframe community dropping spoilers in my chat, and I got, like, I was, like, really depressed, and I was just like, alright guys, I gotta stop. Like, this is just really bad. And so I stopped playing it on stream that day, and it's been a few weeks since then. I think I'm about ready to put some more time into it. Yeah, I know it's not representative of everybody, because, like, if you've got... If a community is 100 people, and one of them is just a noisy jerk that's just screaming all the time, that doesn't mean the whole community is bad. It's just this one guy's kind of ruining the experience for everybody. So I know the Warframe community is not bad. Most of them seem friendly enough. But holy crap. In the 8 years I've been streaming, I think we've played like 600 plus games. There has never been one with more people dropping spoilers in the chat than Warframe. It has, like, community-wise, it has been the worst. So, I had to take a break from it, just because they were just saying stuff like that. Is putting chat on emote only mode an option in combat? Spoilers has? So it is an option, yes. Putting chat in emote only mode is an option. However, I will say that part of the reason I like streaming is I enjoy talking to you guys. And so it's like, if I have to do that for a game, I'll probably sooner just stop playing the game. Would you accept the mod for Carrier Prime? As a gift, that is. Carrier's the pet that supposedly, like, loots stuff for you, right? At the moment, I would say no thank you. Just because, big part of the video I did is I said I was doing it spoiler-free and no gifts and stuff like that, and a lot of people really like that. But I appreciate the offer. I remember playing Warframe like 10 years ago, and seeing you try it for the first time made me feel like I was seeing it for the first time. Yeah, it was kind of interesting, because there was a lot of people... Because essentially, when I was going into Warframe, I was seeing the new player experience in current year. And there was so many people that have been playing it for like 10 years, and they were like, oh my god, I had no idea this was the new player experience at this point. So it was kind of interesting, just from a conversation standpoint. Are you gonna do the wizard's hat thing? Yeah, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Meh. How do I see you were deep in battle? No, I was focused on the conversation, not redeems, so I didn't see it yet. Until he pointed it out. Is a druid healer going to be something I can viably get up to speed and do well with, in your opinion? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, druid was one of the first supports added to the game. Yeah, it's very solid. It is very solid. How far were you on Warframe? What did I finish? I finished a quest that was like, I think it was called Second Dream, that I think was pretty well known in the community. I got my second frame after like a week of playing, and then there was a quest I did that gave me Excalibur, what? I don't remember if it was Prime or something else, but there was a quest I did that gave me a thing that was like a goth version of Excalibur. So because of that, I have a total of 3 frames. Umbra. Okay, Umbra. So I have that. Is it just one of them now? Alright, I'll fight one of you. Good fight. Thanks for chasing me across the freaking city. Dude, what the heck? Go away! It's the hat, probably. The Harbinger doesn't scare me. The other two I don't have a read on yet, but just all three of them together is going to be too much, even if they're not, like, threatening individually. What spec is that? I'm playing Druid right now. So Trube, Harbinger, something else, Willbender. Definitely glad I backed off then. Willbenders, if they're decent, a Willbender requires my full undivided attention. As the average Willbender will just teleport on top of me, get every boon in the game, and then kill me in like 3 seconds. What did you think from the game Warframe? I mean, I posted a 45-minute video on that the other day. If you want the long response, then watch that video. Short version, I think it was fun. But it's not gonna be like a new favorite of mine, you know? Like, it's not like Guild Wars 2 is to me. But it was fun. But kind of like brainless fun, because, you ever heard of the game Dynasty Warriors? Like, every time you swing your sword, you send like 1,000 people flying. You know, you're running around like God mode. It was kind of like playing that. It was like so easy for the first like 10-20 hours. You just like hold down your melee key and run at enemies and they'll die. But it gets a lot tougher all of a sudden after a while in it. Hold on, is this... Okay, I wasn't sure if that person was following me. Did you play the recent PoE 2 season? I did not, no. Are you going to play the next PoE 1 season? I really enjoy Path of Exile. I've made a couple guides for it. I have got a lot of time played in that game, and I love ARPGs in general. Last Epoch, Grim Dawn, Diablo, Path of Exile, those games. However, I don't have a lot of success streaming them. When I play those games on stream, usually I don't get a lot of viewers. So I think just my community is just not really interested in that. So I haven't played them in a while, but I do very much enjoy playing them just in general. Grim Dawn mentioned, I love that game. Grim Dawn was the game that I had the most viewers with before I started streaming Guild Wars 2. And when I say the most viewers, I mean like 20. Are you gonna try Eon 2, which will release in 2 months? I don't know anything about that. So at the moment, I'll say no. But I haven't even seen a trailer for that game. I want to love ARPGs, for some reason they give me a lot of pain in my mouse hand, and it's only them. Can play any other mouse-based playstyle genre for hours, no problem. Hey, brother. What's up, Theo? Got an ad. Did you answer me? You said, what's the easiest legendary to craft? Acacia, the legendary gauntlets. When you just do some achievements in fractals, and it just gives it to you. Second easiest one to get would be the Season of the Dragons. If you've got access to Living World, you do some achievements, and it just gives it to you. So those two are... The cost is just time, not gold. Every other legendary in the game, you're spending resources, so you will get poorer while you're working on it. Correct, Phil. Yeah, I have it. I've been streaming every day for 8 years.
Sisu underscore the underscore water underscore dragon gifted a tier 1 sub to Lord underscore Hizen. They have given 31 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Sisu. Welcome, Hizen. Are PvE legendaries easier than PvP? So it depends on the legendary. So, PvP. You can get a full set of legendary armor from PvP, you can get a backpack, and you can get an amulet. In World v World, which is kind of PvP, you can get a full set of armor, you can get a backpack, and you can get rings and an accessory. Now, let's just compare the armor. Like, you can get legendary armor from PvP, from World v World, from raiding, or from solo open world. So, the solo one, you can do completely on your own, but it is probably the most expensive. The raiding one is probably the easiest in terms of, like, individual effort. The hard part is finding 9 other people that want to work on it, you know, with you. Because you have to do raids each week. World v World is the easiest in terms of individual effort. It just takes a lot of time. Like, imagine it's like this. It's like play World v World for 100 hours and we'll just give you it. It's almost that. Like, you just get currencies while playing World v World, and you just need a bunch of that to make the legendary stuff. It's like an attendance trophy. But yeah, if you are doing PvP or World v World and you enjoy it, doing the legendaries for those game modes will not feel like work. Because, like, for PvP and World v World, it's literally just like, get a bunch of the currencies from playing the game mode and spend them to get the legendary. The one exception to that, I would say, would be, what is the PvP legendary backpack called? Is it Ascension? The PvP Conquest game mode legendary backpack has a bunch of unique achievements you have to do. Like, you have to win ranked games on 3 different classes and some stuff like that. That one, actually, you've got to put in some effort doing some, like, unique things. Oh, got bursted. I think the Harbinger has a focus. I heard Chillblains hit me. Is winning 3 ranked games really hard if you're low ranked? No, it's not. Like, I would say it's actually more difficult for someone in my situation. So I really just focus on playing one class. I love playing my Ranger. I dabble in other classes sometimes, but I mostly play my Ranger. So on my Ranger, I'm nearly a plat level player in terms of like skill on Conquest. But if I'm like, okay, I need to get a ranked win on Ellie, I'm gonna be like a bronze Ellie, right? I'm terrible on Ellie. So if I were to try to get those wins on other classes, just with where my matchmaking rating is right now, it would be more difficult for me. Muck's Warclaw? Yeah, my Warclaw. When is the patch? Usually about 45 minutes from now. I'm either running into a lot of Mirages, or I'm running into this one lady everywhere I go. I don't know which. Oh, an Ellie and a Reaper just joined in. The Elementalist is the scariest one there. The Ellie's got enough anti-projectile stuff that she can shut down my ability to attack her like 60+% of the time. And she's also running Scepter, which has Dragon's Tooth, which is basically aimbot. And it's really tough to deal with. In World v. World, does gear matter? Yes. But if you can go into World v World at a low level, and it will scale you up to be like a poorly geared level 80. So you can go in at like level 30 if you want. But it does give you, like if you have Ascended gear versus Exotic gear, for example, you'll have like a 5 to 10% advantage over somebody else that doesn't. Hey, Maverick. More important to have the right stats. It's true. It's true. Even, like, if you're fighting people in Ascended, and they don't know what you're doing, and you're in, like, greens or orange gear, and you have a solid build and you know how to play it, you're going to wipe the floor with them. But over time, you know, getting full Ascended and stuff gives you, you know, those little advantages. It's kind of like putting World v World infusions in all your gear. That's maybe like a 1% power increase or something, but I have done it just because I've been in here so long. I do the infusions just for the vet guards. Yeah, I've got the plus 1% damage to guards, lords, and supervisors on most of my gear. I love PvP in this game, but sometimes I feel like I can't do anything. Like, I'll burst, but all my damage gets blocked or something, and then they can one-shot me after. It's, like, constant. So it's... There's definitely a skill to being able to pick up when an enemy has, like, a block or something active. Like... There's, like, Choya's up there. For example, anytime I'm fighting a Guardian, okay? Like, I see a Guardian, I'm going to attack them. I will always open with my one attack one time. And the reason for that is Guardians always have Aegis at the start of a battle. Oh, no. We're done here, chat. Guardians always have Aegis at the start of a fight. So the first attack is always blocked. So never use an attack you care about for the opening hit on a Guardian. Always just shoot a trash attack at them to eat the Aegis, then do stuff that matters to you. So that's like something with Guardian. If they've got a focus, a Guardian will occasionally do a thing that looks like a bunch of blue shields spin around them, and I know the next 4 hits are going to be blocked. So don't try to do my stun or something like that if I see that. What I usually try to do is, like, my 2 on my short bow, this is 5 projectiles. So I try, if I see the mini shield, I'll usually try to do that just to break them all immediately. If I've got a big hit, and I haven't seen them dodge recently, I might hesitate. If I see them dodge twice, like back-to-back, then I'm like, okay, I could probably do this now. It's kind of like when I fight a Willbender. Willbenders, if I just hold still, they can kill me in 1 to 2 seconds from full. They're insanely broken nerf Willbenders. But what I've learned is just like, as soon as the fight starts, dodge, run, use shortbow 3, which is an evasion frame, use my second dodge, just do anything I can to not get hit for like 10 seconds. Then, after that, then I start fighting back, and a lot of their damage stuff has like started wearing off. But from the Willbender's perspective, they're like, oh my god, I can't hit this ranger, he just keeps evading everything. And no, it's like, I'm burning everything I can to evade everything. He'll be able to hit me in a few seconds, because I'm going to run out of evades, but at that point, his damage will be lower. So, I mean, it's a little different for each class. Like Mirage, for example, they've got the invuln, they've got their dodge that they can use while they're doing other things. They can go invisible. Like, I have a hard time catching a Mirage. They're very slippery. But, you know, you end up learning different tricks for different classes. Like, example, I'm running Spear Mirage build and I'm doing the rotation. Sometimes I do fine, most times I do nothing. Or then there's the issue of where they have like a million boons. Yeah, well, I mean, from my perspective, Mirage teleports on top of me, and if I see a big purple flower, I either dodged it or I'm dead, because your spear does so much damage. Toughness or vitality to add survivability, possibly. Yeah, like right now, I'm in like a mixture of Trailblazer and Apothecary gear, which is let's say 2/3 of my gear is like survivability and condition damage, and 1/3 of my gear is survivability and healing. And total, I have 2,100 toughness, double the baseline. But still, if I am not moving, and a Willbender or an Amalgam or Berserker just gets 1 to 2 seconds with their cooldowns pop to hit me, I will die. Like, it's very bursty. So just over time, you kind of learn, like, okay, these classes, when they come at me, they always pop their opener, and their opener would kill me. I need to, you know, be very evasive here. I dismounted that guy. I am not the one that killed him, though. Someone else popped him. He used the Invuln Elixir. I forget what letter it is. Okay, there goes half my health. Shoot. That's probably me dead. Yep, Moa. Rip. I got pulled in by someone and turned into a chicken. And there's actually no counter to that in the game. There's not a stun break that gets you out of chicken form. Would it be better to not build like a glass cannon? There's nothing wrong with playing a glass cannon build. It's just the fights are going to be shorter. Either you are going to win or lose very quick. So, like, if I made a power ranger, well, if I made a power ranger, because I'm Condi right now, and then I went full berserkers, I would do a lot more burst. But I would also die from, like, half the damage it takes to kill me now. And I kind of like being able to make a mistake and possibly survive it, you know, and get away. Whereas with a glass cannon build, if you make a mistake, you're usually dead. You wouldn't heal nearly as much. True. True. Man, there's a lot of greens here. Like, a lot of greens here. What the heck? They ripped my swiftness. Wow. Seems like you have a Mesmer friend. There was a bunch of people there. I think it was a Soul Beast that dismounted me. But as soon as I got dismounted and I realized there was like a lot of greens, I just started running. I wasn't like looking at the classes. How to deal with fighting a person with so many boons? I have like one skill that removes two. Yeah, there are certain classes and builds that are able to keep up like all the boons, and then there's other classes and skills that absolutely cannot do that. So, I mean, you kind of just have to either like accept that they can do that or play a class that can remove them. Like, I'm playing a ranger. Most of the time, unless I pop a cooldown, I don't have boons. Like, look right now, I've got Swiftness, Fury, and a couple seconds of Prot. Like, I don't usually have boons when I'm playing ranger in World v World, except for, like, brief moments. That's just not how my class works. And then when I fight, like, you know, an Amalgam or something, they got, like, every boon in the game, which is extremely tough to fight against. So it's just like, okay, well... I try to fight him, and if I can't win, I run away or just avoid that person. But yeah, not every class can remove boons from the enemy. For example, I have one pet. I have one pet option, this one right here, that can remove, can boon rip 2 boons on an enemy with a 20-second cooldown. And then I could do like a weapon sigil maybe, but that's it. So, for the most part, I cannot remove boons on my foes. I just have to deal with them being there. And I don't take that pet because it has like no CC on it. There should be more boon hate in the game. Maybe. I mean, we know they have reduced the uptime on boons in World v World multiple times, but they are still prevalent. Whoa, what? Oh my god, this guy hurts. Got my kill. I'm leaving. I actually don't even know what Revenant's underwater skills are. I did not really know what to expect from that guy. But, got him. Hey Prop, the update is in like half an hour, I think. Cavalder, thank you. What would you say your most favorite classes other than Ranger? My top 3 are Ranger, Engineer, and Necro. Between Engineer and Necro, I'm not sure which one I played
found
more.
a Mesmer friend? Well then riddle me this. Why are Mesmers terrible for group photos? Someone always blinks.
Okay. Here, hang on a second. Hero... What is it, characters? Okay, here we go. My engine... Okay, so my Ranger, I have 7,300 hours on. My Engineer, I've got 1,800. My Necro, I've got 600. I didn't realize it was that much of a difference. Okay, so I guess Engineer's my second favorite, then Necro, and then everybody else is a drop off a cliff. Have the patch notes been posted? This was the preview. That's all we got right now. Did you ever get the urge to take a long break since you started the game? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I used to stream Guild Wars 2 7 days a week for years, and I burned myself out on it. That's why I swapped to mainly doing it just on Tuesdays or when there's new releases. But yeah, it may have taken me longer to hit burnout than the average person, but yeah, I absolutely got burned out after a time. So I started, I took a step back and started doing variety content to, mix it up a bit. Yeah, it happens. I honestly think that for the average gamer, I think it's uncommon for someone to just play one game for 10 years and be fine with that. There are some, yeah, but I would say on average, most gamers don't do that. Mux Variety Show, yep. Like, for example, currently on non-Tuesdays, the morning stream game right now is Age of Wonders 4, the newest DLC. If you've never played that, it's kind of like Heroes of Might and Magic. Something I find very fun. Evening game right now, we are working... So we just finished The Last of Us, and we're currently working on Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It's been quite fun so far. Mug, if you play only World v World, can you fill all slots with Legis? You can get two you can get 2 accessories, you can get 2 rings, you can get a backpack, and you can get full armor. If you want to twist this, you could farm money in World v World and use that money to buy a tradable Gen 1 legendary weapon off the trading post. So then you got a weapon covered, but you would still need a neck piece, rebreather if you care, relic, rune sigils. Have you tried Mecha Chameleon? Yeah. Yeah, I played about 2 hours of it. Got a few funny clips. Can you freely remove legendary runes from normal gear? Yeah, if you've got a piece of gear with a rune in it, let's say you've got a hat and it has a rune in it. If the hat is legendary, or if the rune is legendary, you can separate them easily. Either one. I rolled an engineer the other day. I'm working on the mechanist at the moment, just farming hero points. Any tips for farming hero points? I'm doing World v World method at the moment. Hero points, you can just run around the world getting the hero points yourself. You can join a hero train, which is like a group of people that are going through an expansion area, like let's say Heart of Thorns, and they're just hitting every hero point node in like an hour. Or you can do what you're doing, the World v World method. All of those are viable things you can do. So you really got three main choices there. Have you ever calculated your average hours per day played since you started till today? Had a friend who played an average of 9 hours a day for 3 years straight. Like I as a streamer play, you know, whatever I'm streaming. Like I do 9 hours Monday through Friday and 5 hours of streaming Saturday, Sunday. So I've definitely surpassed that. And then plus I also play games outside of stream time, but usually stuff that I like to play that didn't do well on stream. Like, let me give you an example. Lately, I've been really into Darktide. My kid's been playing it with me too. They recently added Tech Priests, and I friggin' love it. I've been playing a lot of Darktide and Total War off stream. However, when I played this on stream, most people, like, just were bored. They didn't really like it. So, you know, I kind of was like, okay, this one's not great for business, but I have fun playing it, so I've been playing it on my own time. What was the second choice for hero points? So go around and get the hero points yourself. Join a hero point train, which is a group of people that are all working on it at the same time. Or the World v World method was the third thing. Hero point train was the second thing. There's legendary runes? Yes, there are. And if you need it, I've got video guides for every legendary everything if you do exclamation legend in the chat. How do you farm hero points in World v World? There is a thing on one of the merchants that you... Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. Just a second. I'm going to try to show you. I think it's this guy. Alright. So, right here. Every time you buy one of these, it will just check off a hero point on the map. So, Maguma is for, you know, Heart of Thorns. Desert is for Path of Fire. But every time you buy one of these things, it will just check off a hero point on that map at random. And eventually, you get all of them checked off, and you can't buy it anymore for that character. If you try to, it'll just refund you. But yeah, basically you farm World v World for currency, and you just buy these things until you get all the hero points you want. That's it. But to buy them, you need World v World currency, so you play World v World. I would have liked to watch you play Darktide, shame. There is a Darktide playlist on the Mukluk Plays YouTube channel, where I played, quite a bit of it before I was like, I don't think this is doing well. I really wish they had Twitch integration. That's one thing I loved with Vermintide. Vermintide has Twitch integration, and every couple of minutes, chat could vote on things like, you know, stick a bomb to Mukluk or spawn an extra boss, you know, stuff like that. It was absolute chaos. And it was really fun. But Darktide, they haven't made a Twitch integration for it yet. How much worse is the grind for the Griffin? Griffin was... I don't think... Griffin was not nearly as long as the Sky Scale quest. Griffin was more about just money. Wasn't the Griffin like 250 gold, I think? Yeah. Chip's making noises at me. Druid have some kind of rework traits, right? Yeah. Yeah, there is some Druid changes today. Soon. Which include them moving some traits around. Up until now, it's basically been impossible to be a DPS alacrity providing Druid, and they're moving some traits around, so it will be possible. Was there much hype for the Griffin? The Griffin was actually a secret. Like, when they released Path of Fire, they didn't even announce it. And then when it came out, like after it had been out a little bit, people found it. And then, you know, the community went crazy, is what I've heard. I wasn't a player at that time, but that's the story as I've been told it. So I'm pretty sure these people and this guy are just hanging out up here, and they keep swapping the camp back and forth. I think Muck has guides for both methods. I have a guide for the Secrets of the Obscure method for the Sky Scale. If you want the Living World Season 4 method, I don't have a guide on that one. I wasn't a content creator at that time. I used Guild Gen or Dolphy, like one of them had a Sky Scale guide that I used. Two Mesmers. Dude, I wasn't even dodging and he missed that. He's invulnerable. He's invulnerable. He's still invulnerable. Jesus, that was a lot of invuln. Okay. Kind of confused here. He came at me, missed the harpoon, and I'm like, oh, he wants to fight, so I harpooned him, and I started fighting, and he's like, I'm done. Like, what's your most favorite flying mount on Guild Wars 2? I mean, there's only two. Skyscale and Griffin. Skimmer when that one button is available, I guess. But, when you have every mount in the game, depending on where you are in the game, you will use each of them some, but I use Skyscale a lot more than I use Griffin. Oh look, there's the purple flower of death. So he attacked me earlier, got mad he didn't get his opener, and dipped. And this time he got his opener. Well, I just used Blood Moon on him to get a half-second daze, and that helped me get the kill. However, Blood Moon is getting removed in 12 minutes. So that might be my last Blood Moon ever. Well, I did get him down, but the ranger ran up and did Spirit of Nature, which revived him. So there's a druid pet, vert, and an unknown. Too many CCs. The Tempest and the Guardian joined in, so there was 4 there at the end. Yeah, that Vert is a glass cannon. He does a lot of damage, but he's also very easy to downstate. However, he had a support once that Druid got there, and she got him up twice. The other people joining in was just 1 CC too many. Is this Hades music? Yeah, this is River of Flame from Hades. Mark, do you know how Relic of Sunless works? Hang on. Using an elite skill summons a pool on the target enemy that does poison and cripple. Poison duration scales with the recharge of the elite skill. Between 4 and 8 hits, 1 second interval, very small radius, 150. And you said, do I know how it works? I mean, it says how it works. What's your question about it? How to one-shot with it. I don't know I don't know of a one-shot with it. Muck, what's the dungeon event about? I thought dungeons were obsolete. They kind of are, but they still occasionally do like Dungeon Rush, where it's like if you do dungeons, you get bonus rewards. So it's like, it's a good excuse if you're like working on a legendary that requires some dungeons, it's a good time to get it done. There's 4 of us versus 1 Guardian. It's an even fight. Oh, and we narrowly win. You had a Guardian on your team? Oh, okay. Shoot. Necro showed up. I can solo Tower Lords with this build, but the Lords hurt and it does take a while. So having someone join in, especially when I haven't killed the ads yet, is rough. Is it true that Revenants struggle in PvE group content? No. No, it's not. What's this patch about? Here's the patch notes from the last time that we saw them. There are no true one-shots in PvP. Okay. It might not technically be a one-shot. Like, one-shot, like saying, I hit one button and it killed him. There's not much of that, but there are combos that can kill someone from full to dead in less than 1 second. And I don't think there should be, but there are. Hold on, I have a funny clip of me getting annihilated by one of them. Let me see if I can find it. Here's one. Alright. So here's me in PvP, and that's a Berserker. Dead. And I was in, I think I had a 500 Vitality Amulet on. So, Noxxi timed this. Noxxi did frame by frame. This was a 0.8 second kill from full to dead. And not only that, but when my downstate bar appeared, it's already almost empty. So she's killed me almost twice here. So she did, like, enough damage to kill me 2 times in about 1 second. Now, did she only hit one button to do that? No, she hit a few buttons, popped a few cooldowns, and then hit a big button. But it does exist. Though not technically a one-shot, it is a, one combo, if you want to call it that. Isn't the downstate health bar larger than your upstate one? Yeah, I think it's like 150%. So like if you've got 20k health, I think your downstate bar has 30k. Oh, free kill. What are all these people doing? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that guy was bandaging. Oh, they're doing like duels or something. Okay. I'm like, hey, Lord. She's probably also Berserker gear. The Berserker that killed me was probably in Berserker gear. Yeah, probably. This is a long stealth. I don't know where that Daredevil went, or if he just quit. Update should be out about now. Yeah, we're expecting it any second now. I haven't seen a pop-up to relog yet, though. Evoker and Guard. Oh, he gets away. He blocked, stability'd, or evaded 4 stuns or immobilizes from me in a row. And then I couldn't get around that wall of his fast enough. What's on the docket for today? Today they're doing a balance patch. And for Ranger, it's mostly about Druid stuff, and as a Druid main, I'm looking forward to trying it out. Dang it. That friggin' Guardian. $25 stacks of might, 5 stacks of stability. Yeah, like I said earlier, Willbender needs my full, complete, undivided attention. A net will never nerf their favorite child. Yeah, it honestly feels like that. Because, like, Willbender has... I don't think there's been a PvP season since End of Dragons when Willbender was added that it's been bad. I think it's been, like, near S tier every season since it came out. Thanks, Dory. How hard is it to get into World v World for a new player? Not very hard. I would say if there's different jobs in World v World. Like, I'm running around just solo roaming right now. The easiest thing to do if you're coming in as a new player is just find a big blob of people, like a big group, and just follow them, mooch off of whatever they're doing, and do what they do. And just learn. You actually get loot the fastest if you're in big battles. Because, like, if you're in a group that kills another group, you know, you might get credit for, like, 30 kills at once. Projectile block for the vert. Oh... That's the same one that earlier, like, he jumped me, messed up his opener, and ran away. Like, his whole thing is he tries to kill me on the opener. And if he doesn't get the kill, he runs away, waits for cooldowns, and tries again. Yeah, dude. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? You don't have a druid here to Spirit of Nature you this time. Holy crap. Like, every time, he had so many chances to get away, and he just kept coming back, throwing more purple crap at me. He does do a lot of damage. He really does. But he also, like, breaks really, really easily. Mike, I'm planning to start streaming Guild Wars 2 and looking for a PC setup. Is there any recommendations for minimum PC spec to stream on one PC? It depends on a couple things. Like, if you're just streaming to Twitch, that takes less PC power than if you're streaming to Twitch and YouTube both. Or if you're streaming and recording at the same time. Or if you're streaming and recording and playing an intensive game at the same time. So, if you're just doing streaming to one platform and playing Guild Wars 2, it doesn't take, like, it doesn't take, like, a crazy computer to be able to do that. Yeah, as someone linked in chat, if you do exclamation PC, that pulls up all my hardware. If you want to copy anything, you're welcome to do so. Would you test the Druid changes in some raids on EU servers? The Druid changes, I'm definitely going to test them. I don't know if I'm going to do EU raids with them. Like, the button that gives stability is going to give one additional stack of stability. They're moving some traits around, so, like, DPS alack Druid is going to be a thing. But, if I wait, like, a day, Snow Crows will figure out the build, and I won't have to. What else? Staff 2 is getting some QOL. There's the Glyph of Burgeoning is brand new, so not sure yet if that's going to be any good or not. Will you try out Condi Bladesworn? Oh, absolutely not. No. Maybe when someone else figures out the build, I'll try it out and do like an I tried video. But as far as like today, no. I don't know enough about Warrior to look at the changes and being able to put like a good build together. Druid, I can look at the changes and figure out what needs to, what I need. Honestly, I would say I kind of look forward to fighting Condi Bladesworns. Because in them, like, charging, wah! And then instead of me taking damage, I just get dots, and then I can just cleanse them? That sounds better. Better for me, anyway. Muck do Condi Bladesworn blind straight into World v World. That would probably not go well. Where is my patch? Where's our patch, chat? That trebuchet missed. Maybe they forgot to push it. Yeah, they didn't push it to production. They all went out for lunch. Do you think you might stream some Engineer World v World content at all? I did last week, actually. I was running around World v World with a mech build for a while and a scrapper build for a while. Because I actually had the itch to play my Engie for a bit. Are they late? Technically, they're not late because they never announced the time they're going to do patches. That way they can always sleep in. However, it is past the time that we usually have our patches at. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was close. Oh my goodness. I couldn't even, like, talk during that. Honestly, if the Evoker had been trying to kill me the whole time, I might have been dead there. But because she went for the revive on the teammate, it allowed me to get some extra damage in. But it was still really close. No Viper, not yet. Do you play World War Z? No, I have never played World War Z. Is patch nerfing World v World Evoker? The main thing I remember about the patch for Ellie's is that the Ellie section is like 3 pages long. And it is, dude, why? It's mostly Weaver stuff. The Vert I killed earlier and the Mirage I've killed like 3 times came back to rescue the Evoker that I killed a minute ago. The meek have joined forces. Yes, Bird. Of course I've noticed that. That's the finisher I picked out. Are you testing your Druid healing build when the patch goes live? Druid healing build for PvE is hardly going to change. Other than it'll have an extra stack of stability on its Glyph of Equality. And then there's a new skill to try out with the Glyph of Burgeoning. That's not really changing much, but a lack of DPS Condi Druid will be a thing. And then it'll play differently in PvP. Because we are losing this right here, the days on this trait is being taken away. So I'm going to have less CC than I did before. I don't know how that's going to impact things. Astral Wisp is going to become ground targeted, like this skill, so it'll be much easier to use. So I look forward to trying that out, because right now you have to target someone and then face them and then do a cast bar, and it's just not worth doing all that. So this hardly ever gets any use right now. So I'm definitely going to try out some stuff, but I don't think PvE Healing Druid is going to change very much. Muck, I'm in the green against you. Can we trade kills for easy pips? No, I don't think I want to roll over and do that. Is the patch late? Technically, no, because they never announced patch release time, but it's later than usual right now. Muck, how long does it take to get your rotation down when you start a new build or change it up? It depends. If I'm playing Rifle Mech, 5 minutes. Maybe 4. If I'm playing Weaver anything, 10 years. It entirely depends. As the rotation varies greatly class to class. Shoot, I lost my target as I cast that. Down to the Untamed. So they go, they have to save their friend, and I can get away. That was pretty crazy. I'm wondering if they used invisibility, or if I just really wasn't paying attention, because all of a sudden that whole group is on me. Waiting for this patch is like waiting for my wife to be ready to leave the house. I don't think it's quite the same. Because when you... Dude, what is going on? If it was just the Untamed, I would have just turned around and killed him a second time, but the Daredevil was doing a lot of damage. They out for revenge? Yeah, dude. That was weird. It was like every time they ran past another green, like more greens joined in the blob chasing me. My partner would shoo me out of the house when it's time to leave, but they themselves spend another 30 minutes inside. What? In trouble right now. Muk, how can you tell if a player is a bot? I'm doing a ranked PvP and 3 players are getting accused of being bots, but I don't know how to tell if they are or not. If you're not sure, I wouldn't report them if that's what you're asking. I don't know. Like, I truly don't see bots often in this game, other than a couple of spots where people like AFK farm, which is also against the, you know, the rules. So they might be running bots, or they might just be like, you know, hitting a button on the keyboard every hour or something. I don't know. In PvP, I mean, if they just like stay in spawn and they never leave, or they constantly leave spawn and run straight at the enemy and die repeatedly, you know, maybe I would report one for AFK or one for feeding, and then, you know, ArenaNet can look at the code and see if they think anything's up. But I don't know, sometimes, like, you might think someone's a bot, and they might just be bad, you know? They might be new to the game mode, or they don't know what they're doing. So I would say definitely don't just start yelling at them if you think something's up. Well, any tips on how to enjoy World v World? I'm learning a little bit, but it seems Daredevil is not Zerg compatible class. Don't know how to play as a roamer. I mean, even if you're not a Zerg compatible class, that doesn't mean that they're gonna stop you from joining a Zerg. You can still, is this guy just following me? You could still join and just follow them around and learn and soak up rewards. I wonder if I should change maps. I don't know. I do have Outnumbered, which is giving me extra rewards. Blue team doesn't have a lot here at the moment. Is the patch live? No, it's not. From ANET Richie, I'll be making a post shortly, but yes, there's been a delay on today's patch. Where was that posted, Drav? Was that on the official forums or like Reddit or something? Official forums? Discord. Okay. What was that sound effect? I don't know what that was. I was like looking to see if I could find the post you were talking about, and then that happened. I wonder if I hit a Discord keyboard shortcut or something. Okay, yeah, I found it. So this is the official Guild Wars community server. I'll be making a post shortly, but yes, there's been a delay on today's patch. I thought my base was being invaded. All your base. Oh my gosh. You don't want to fight? You were fine shooting me while I had a million mobs on me. Come back.
And stay out. You asked for this.
What is this? Amalgam? Oh. If he's good, I lose. He's pistol shield, so he's a different type of build than standard. Damn. This Daredevil, yeah, I'm dead. This Daredevil does a lot of damage, and it's too much to be having all these other people on me at the same time. Yeah, it's just too much. Man, I would have liked to have killed the Amalgam, because I don't get to kill Amalgams very often. But that guy was, I don't know what his build is, but he was doing, like, no damage. But the Soul Beast was, like, probably Marauder or Berserker, and the Daredevil was doing, like, 90% of the damage I was taking. Mug, I've been playing Albion. When are you gonna play it and make some guides? I tried Albion for like a day. It was kind of fun, but it wasn't really the kind of MMO I'm looking for right now. Because, you know, it's more about, like, the end game for Albion is PvP, and every time you die, you drop all your gear and you have to remake it. Is it bad etiquette to build a healer and cap the home point and out-heal the damage of a roamer? So, okay. Let me tell you how that would go. You make a healer build, assuming you get the cap on it, and then you take it. Let's say, best case scenario, a roamer comes over to you and they cannot kill you, and you're just sitting on the node getting points. I'm gonna tell you how that would play out. The roamer would go, okay, and leave you there, and go 5v4 your team on the other 2 points, and then they would hold those 2 points and win the game. If you play a build where the enemy ignoring you is a valid strat to win, that's not good. But there are, you know, bunker builds and stuff, but you can't just like sit on the home node the whole time, because then they could just ignore you and 5v4 your team, take the other 2 points. I want to play the druid changes. Yeah, me too. I got 90 minutes left on my morning stream. They might make me, I'm wondering if is it just delayed today? Or, like, are we still going to get it today, or is it going to be a different week? I'm wondering. Stop magnetic auring everything. What happened to patch notes? We haven't gotten them yet. All we've got are the patch preview notes from like a couple weeks ago, and I have already covered those. That's funny. The Tempest ran in there and popped cooldowns and started reviving the downstate player, and the downstate player teleported away from the Tempest. It's so nice to be on the other end of that idiocy for once. Whenever I pop, like, Glyph of the Stars and I'm rezzing someone and they pour it out of it, oh my god, dude, I scream. Bird, where did you see that? Hang on a sec. Oh, I found it. Hang on. Hello, Guilders 2 players. While we usually land our patches right at 9 AM Pacific time, our balance update scheduled for today has been met with some unforeseen delays. A hardware failure in our office network caused a prolonged outage overnight that disrupted parts of our build and deployment pipelines. The hardware issue itself has been resolved, but we're still working on recovering the affected systems. We're hoping to resolve this soon and release the update later today. If the delay continues, we'll be back at 11 PT, 90 minutes from now, with another update. Okay. Well, hopefully we still get the update today. Link it, please. It's a Discord post. What's PT? Pacific time. Found the blobs. Hang on, chat. Swapping to a power build. Oh, dang it. I went into stealth and it didn't work. I'm not sure what happened there. What's Discord? It's like TeamSpeak or Ventrilo with memes. Patch canceled? No, patch postponed. Hey Shy, what's up? Oh my god, he's got a babysitter! Ah, dang. Honestly, the Mechanist would have been an easy kill, but he constantly had magnetic aura on him from the Tempest, which reflects arrows, and it just shuts my whole class down. None of these people are doing a scary amount of damage, but there's just so much CC hitting me right now. Spellbreaker, Amalgam, the Vert I was fighting, Tempest. Knockdown again. I can't do anything. It will not let me move. Oh shoot, I can't get out here. No. Alright, at this point I'm out of combat. I could teleport back home right now, but I'm staying because I'm having fun. But this, if I die in a minute, it's my fault for not teleporting away right now. Okay. I thought you wanted to fight me, but apparently you only want to do it if you've got 3 of your friends with you. This is simultaneously one of the least threatening and also most annoying amalgams I've ever fought. How he licks his lips. Dude, I'm currently on a prescription for amitriptyline, and it has a side effect of drying out my throat really, really bad. And that is the reason I keep having to, like, lick my lips. I'm not doing it because I find duels underwater to be delicious, Shy Mortis. I'm actually considering, like, I don't know if I should just try to, like, ride this prescription out to the end, or if I should, like, call the doc and be like, yo, my throat is, like, cracking right now. Should I stop using this? Sounds like you need chapstick. Yeah, in my throat. The lips thing is a side effect. Just swallow the chapstick. People like you are the reason that shampoo bottles say don't drink. Distill honey in hot water and drink it. Yeah, we did that. This has been an ongoing issue for the last 6 months, and 5 doctors and 300 wannabe Twitch chatter doctors have all had me try different things. Honey was a lot of them. Have you swallowed honey? Did you get the right kind of honey? Did you drink a glass of honey? Did you put honey in hot water? Did you put honey in tea? Did you take a bath in the honey? Did you drizzle it all over your thighs? Like, just countless honey-related things were tried. Did you eat the bee? Did I eat the bee? Yeah, it was crunchy. No, there should be a no backseating rule for healthcare. Yeah, stream title. Dying on stream, no backseat doctoring. You have to just watch me die and like it. Thank you, Shy. Hana say it's been delayed. It's overdue at this point, but they said they're running late. They had like a microwave explode at the office or something last night. Mug, if I had said that, you'd have told me off. Why is Shy treated differently? Because he said he's my bestie. Besties always get, like, extra privileges. It appears I have arrived too late. Oh god. Holy crap, I got out of that alive? I just like face planted into like 30 of those guys and then got away. I could port away right now, but I'm gonna be stupid. Oh, what was that? It wasn't the amalgam. He just like shot a poison dart at me. You were hit by Pounce for 10,739 damage. One wolf pack. Oh, it's a soul beast doing something. Okay. Lightning whip. Okay, so there was a couple of hits from the evoker, but the soul beast did like a wombo combo on me. All right. You almost got him. Yeah, well, we'll say that. Nerf Ranger, oh wait. No, the Soul Beast, if he was running a power build, like he was running one wolf pack, which means I would file that in the Luminary category. Like, he's really scary for a few seconds. If you survive those few seconds, then you can counterattack and you'll be fine. However, I didn't realize he was even there because the Norn in front of him was so fat. I didn't even see the Ranger. And then I was dead. Like, the biggest contribution that Amalgam had to the team was he hid the threatening person behind him. Muk, have you tried sitting inside a dead whale for a few days? 360 ooga booga booga! What? Not on my to-do list, no. Oh, I got revenge on one of the people that took part in killing me. What was that? It's one of the bit scares. What? Dude, it's an old, I think it's exclamation scares. There's different bit amounts that if you do them, the alert is like a jump scare for the stream. He put his trap down, and you're like, I'm trapped in here. Yeah, he put down the what is it? The ring of blades, and you take damage when you cross it. And I was like, I don't need to cross it. I'll just stay in here with you and keep killing you. Like, you're gonna need to push me out of here if you want me to get hit by that. Stunned him. Root. Yes! I'm glad to see that guy die. This is the guy that chased me around in the water for like 30 minutes. He's got a very unthreatening but annoying build. I'm very glad that my immobilize led to him getting nom by this little blob. Oh! I was wrong! Woo! Jesus! Hi. I don't even remember what game I was playing that clip came from. Do any of you remember? It might have been one of the Amnesia games. Thank you. I think it was Poppy Playtime. Oh, was it? Need to go pick up some woodworking stuff. See you tonight. See you, Darth. Hopefully we'll be on the new patch tonight. I've been looking forward to trying it. We'll know about the patch the next hour. Yeah, the patch might hit right when I am, like, ending the morning stream. Unfortunate for me, but... unless it's canceled entirely, I'll get to try it tonight. I saw MuklukYoutube short today reading Darth's comment about the battle. Oh, did that get posted today? Hang on. Let's see, where is it? "16 slots, you mean what you get free within moments?" What? Dude, I don't know. I haven't played the game in years. You're moving the goalpost. Muck, is it just me, or have some members of chat been a bit extra lately? Just a second. Okay, Darth Mole says that some people in my chat have been extra lately. Darth Mole DM'd me recently, "Have you ever thought about selling your bathwater?" And I'm not reading the rest of that out loud. So yes, Darth Mole, some people have been insufferably extra lately. That is a fact. It's true. He was talking about himself, chap. That's okay. I was basically AFK. Look, Ma, I'm famous. Darth, why are you still here? You said you were going. You collected an odd assortment of viewers, Mark. I have, Blue. You fit in perfectly. Do you think Renegade heal buffs are sufficient to make it viable? Not sure. I think it depends on, can you do the job with the Renegade Legend and the Centaur Legend? And on the fights where you need like projectile block, or if you need like a dwarf for stability, like which one do you swap out? Speaking of extra, have you seen Hey Vader? Oh, the left nut guy? No, not since that fateful day. I think he's still on the run. Oh, I don't have any astral power, rip. The what now? The day that there was a big announcement coming, he was in chat and he's like, you guys are all coping. I'll bet my left nut it's not Guild Wars 2. Or sorry, Guild Wars 3. He said, I bet that it's not Guild Wars 3. Because everybody was like, oh my god, Guild Wars 3. And then the announcement happened. And I opened up a Word doc and I had a whole bunch of screenshots. And like it was like, you know, Billy said I'll give 5 subs if it's Guild Wars 3 and stuff like that. And I started calling them out. And I was like, Invader, you owe us your left nut. And I don't want it. I'm just gonna throw it away, but it's important that you don't have it anymore. And then Noxxi made a YouTube short out of it, so everybody heard about it. Maverick, you're gross. Alright, you popped all your cooldowns, now it's my turn. Dragon Hunter, for me, Dragon Hunter fights are usually very quick. Either they catch me in the Dragon's Maw and I die, or they don't and I don't. Like, just the main thing that's a threat to me is the Elite Trap, because I don't have any stability. So I can't get out of it. What are the best pets for DPS for Ranger? Depends on the build. Recently for like Quickness Untamed, the Wallow has been pretty popular. If you're playing with Soul Beast though, that changes things because Soul Beast, that's the same lady. Let me see if she's gonna, I'm gonna leave her alone unless she jumps me first. Soul Beast, when they merge with their pet, they get stats based on the pet. So Soul Beasts have to be a little pickier with their pets than the other 3 elite specs do. Gale Shot. If you're a pure damage dealer, Yeah, Wallow is fine, or... There is a trait for Gale Shot that buffs feathered pets. If you are running that trait on Gale Shot, that would make maybe like the raptor or birds become a better choice for you. Dazed me. An underwater Ratmancer. I've never fought an underwater Ratmancer. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Ow. How does he have every boon in the game right now? Oh, wait, is a Harbinger nearby? I think a Harbinger just threw an elixir on him. Maybe from the bridge? Underwater Thief is pretty nasty. They have a skill that does a lot of damage, and it also, they're evading while using it. You literally can't hit them while they're killing you if they spam it. It's on their spear.
Noxxi_Grenrose raided my stream with 22 viewers.
Thank you, Noxxi. You're usually still streaming when I finish. Lol. This is ridiculous. Yep. Yeah, I had forgotten about the, what is that skill? Hold on, Guild 2, Thief, weapons. I'm trying to remember what that skill is. It's so busted. Waiting for the patch, but it's delayed, so don't have time. Gotcha. I think it's this. Flanking dive. Evade your foe and strike. I think this might be it. Where they can just like spam it and they cannot be hit, and they're hitting you. Oh, I was on the wrong weapon. Oh man. Terrible start. Shadow Assault as well? Yeah. Oh man, she was so close to getting revived. Cannot be hit while they were hitting you, sounds like the whole class. Nah, it's not the whole thing. Like, often they like move in, hit, and then teleport away, repeat. But being effectively invulnerable while doing damage to someone else is not good for games. And I will die on that hill. Like, you can have one class have a boon and a different class have boon removal, right? You can have one class have a push and another class has a pull. Or one class has a block and another class has a cooldown that can pierce blocks, you know? But if you give one class invincibility, there's nothing that balances against that. There's nothing that, like, evens that scale. And if they have invincibility while they're, like, Guardian elite skill that makes them invuln, it's tolerable because they're not hitting you while they're doing it. It's channeled. But, like, Mirage and those Thief skills that we were talking about, when they can, like, kill you while they are untouchable, that's... I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. Someone microwaved fish in the break room and now no one can enter the building. Dude, there was a guy that would do that sometimes when we were in tech support. We hated him. Not just for that. Anyone who microwaves fish in public settings should be publicly tomatoed. Tomatoed. That one death sound. Ah. Microwaving seafood in the workplace break room is a hate crime. A hate crime. Mike, have you played EverQuest Legends yet? No. I did not get into the beta or anything. Durandal says noisy chewers who make smacking noises as they drop crumbs from unsealed lips are a horror. That was extremely descriptive. Is she AFK? Oh, she might have been AFK. Rip. I'm just imagining a few minutes now when Twitch does that AI summary of what's going on in my chat, and it's all about, like, people are discussing how great the noises are when people chew with their mouth open and stuff like that. Because that's the conversation we're having right now. What? Okay. Feed piranhas! Oh, there's someone else here too. Underwater gale shot. Oh, I just rallied. Oh my gosh, I went down right as the gale shot died and I rallied from it. Alright, this would be stupid, chat. Let's get stupid. Oh no! Ah! The two virtuosos were already tough, but someone was shooting me from above the waterline. So there was some more people that were participating. That was fun though. For those that don't know Ranger underwater skills, the lunge that I do with the spear that makes me like fly forward with like the shark image, if you hit a target at the end of it, it does power damage, but then it does like a lot of bleed stacks. So, and it depends on how far you travel. And if you are at 1200 range and you hit, it does 16 bleeds. And twice there during that fight, I was able to do the lunge and I got 13 bleeds on them, and they were not having a good time with that. The cheating landlubber. The cheating landlubber. That's right. Alright, chat, if you give me just a minute, I need a restroom break. I'm gonna put my dishes away so we don't have an Asmongold office here. Be right back. Okay. Thanks for waiting. Alright, still no patch? I don't believe so. Unless it popped up while I was AFK. There's no new messages since the delayed message. Oh, I could pick another relic. Let's see, hold on. Relic of the Wayfinder. There we go. Thought I had that one. Oh, I definitely do now. What reward track you on? Amnitas, the Soto one. I'm just getting relics I didn't already have while I do World v World. I finished all of the Visions ones. So now I need to do Janthier. Yeah, that's been one of the nice things about this World v World kick I've been on lately, is I've been slowly filling out, let me show you, I've been slowly filling out all my relic collections with reward tracks. What build are you using? If you do exclamation build, there's a link to my character, and I'm using the one called Condi Roaming. Do you have Biomancer yet? I don't remember, but I can check. Yes. Hey, enough. We're doing a guild run tonight, World v World. We're running Tyrian Rim. All mech NGs with Golemancer relics going to be a blast. Oh gosh. Just swarm foes with robots. Have you tweaked Paper Rules build at all? I think the current build has 2 differences from Paper Rules. Wait, 3. So I'm using Signet of Renewal instead of... Here he usually uses Glyph of Equality. Signet of Renewal just has it's a constant heal over time on you and your pet, and when you hit it, it's a stun break, and also it moves all conditions to your pet. So it is a full Condi clear, but you have to be near your pet for it to work. But so it's a Sunbreak and a full Condi clear. I like it. It makes me feel safer. He usually runs Fanged Iboga and the Turtle. I'm currently using the Shark and the Turtle. The Shark has a long-range stun, where it can like go down and then it comes up underneath an enemy, even if they're really far away, and it will stun them or knock them down. And the Shark does more damage, and it's less fragile than the... Well, it may not do more damage than the Iboga, but it's close. But it's much less fragile than the Iboga is. But, of course, I don't have a pull. The main thing with the Iboga is you can pull people off walls if they're, like, on the edge of it. And then I think my sigils might be different. I don't remember what sigils he's using, but I've got Doom Cleansing and Energy Cleansing at the moment. Are there patch notes yet? Nope. Other than the ones that we already had. There's also another version of this build I sometimes run where I give up Wilderness Survival for Beast Mastery. And with that one, you've got less condition cleansing because you don't have Wilderness Survival and you're not as durable, but your pet is much more of a threat. And if you're running, like the Land Shark, the cooldown on its stun goes down to 16 seconds. And then if you run a second pet that has CC, it's really easy to CC chain enemies with the pets. But you are less durable because this trait line is the closest thing we have to as like a survivability trait line. Amalgam Dragon Hunter. That's the annoying Amalgam too. Well, I had the Dragon Hunter down, and I was kiting the Amalgam, and then this other dude showed up and melted the Amalgam. I'll take it. Who's that? Crimson! Thank you for the YouTube membership. Appreciate you. Are there patch notes yet? Not new ones that I know of. Weekly Dolyak Denier. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, shoot. I'm full. I think I've got max templates already. I don't know. Laurels, I guess? Dude, I'm derping around in World v World, not paying attention to the Wizard's Vault, and I finished all the daily and weekly stuff. Such white teeth, Twitch provides you full dental care. Nah, man. My health insurance sucks. I can literally schedule like a 15-minute phone call with my doctor just to like ask some questions, and it's like $200. So I try to do as much as possible in email. Now granted, even among health insurance, mine's pretty bad because, you know, I don't have an employer that gives me health insurance at like a reduced rate. I've essentially got like the same insurance that people that are, you know, self-employed have. Crud. I think I'm dead, yeah. I was doing fine versus the Necro, but that second person that joined in was too much. Yeah. Especially since she was a projectile user, I would have done better if there had been like a tree nearby that I could have run circles around. This isn't large enough. Aren't you technically employed by yourself if you have an LLC? I don't have an LLC. And whether or not that statement is true, I do not know. Muck, look up. What's Alex? Immobilized him. No! He went in the wall! He's in the gosh dang walls! Ah, there's 3 here. Yo, teammates. Give me a hand here, huh? Fighting 1v3. They run away. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay, I see how it is. Dude, I gotta say, we have run into so many mesmers today. I feel like 50% of the people we've run into in here are verts. And there was one chrono and I think one mirage. But there's been a lot of verts in here today. Sapphire, is that what happened? Where is my pet right now? Oh, there he is. He like wasn't rendering for a long time. I'm lagging. I wonder if something's happening nearby. Suddenly another 200 people start rendering. Oh look, another mesmer. Dude, this guy's just hitting me with epilepsy right now. God. He interrupted my heal. I don't really want to aggro all these guards, but I don't have much of a choice right now. I don't know what that noise was. That's the second time it's happened today, and I don't know how to stop it. Any of you recognize that sound that happened? Something on, I don't even know if it's my Twitch PC, I don't even know if it's my stream PC or my gaming PC, but one of them is making that noise periodically. Some kind of notification or something. Hello, you followed me. Welcome. Wait, is someone else coming? No. Unless they went in visitors then. Oh, there was someone here on a ballista. Yeah, I'm sorry. Why did it say block? She used the... Oh my god. Okay, she gave Aegis to all these freaking NPCs and stopped all my damage from hitting any of them. Rude. Very rude. Oh, she just went down. Okay, alright. I actually thought I had like a big fight on my hands. I thought she was a support troubadour, and I'm like, oh shoot, she's gonna keep healing the boss. No, this is not the case. Now, the big thing I'm proud of is right outside this cave is there's like 50 reds. And I managed to get around them. It took a while. But I'm taking the resource camp right out from under him. Aww. She dazed me. Dude, I'm not an NPC. Jumping on the boxes doesn't stop my attacks. It's kind of funny, though. She thinks I'm like one of the guards. Got it. Bone Zone has claimed Pangloss Rise. Like, you gonna keep streaming until the patch drops? Nah, I got about 15 more minutes. And then I got stuff I gotta do. Try and go around it here. Ah, nope, we're not going that way after all. Mark, have you tried Dagger Untamed Roamer? No. I'm familiar with what Dagger Ambush does, but no, I've not tried that. Muck, for season PvP, what best ranger I should play? Don't have the last patch. No one has the last patch. It's not out yet. Do you mean the last expansion? I'm guessing you mean the last expansion. I mean, you really have a lot of options. What I would do, if I were you, go to either Guild Gym or Meta Battle, and while you're on there, look in the PvP builds for Ranger and just browse the ones that are there. And then you'll have all of them in front of you, and you can see if there's something that catches your eye. That notification sound is the same one for GW2uesday.app. Oh, hang on. Found it. When we were doing an example of how to set up GW2.app last Tuesday, we set up an alarm to notify us anytime Verdant Brink is about to start. So every time Verdant Brink was about to start, this was making noise. That's what it was. We were trying to show people that they could use the module to, like, remind you when something you want to do is about to happen, and it was still on. Now we know it works. Yep. Is that connected to yours too when it's active? You have to have the web page open. And I did still have a tab open for it. The sound comes from the web page. That way, like, let's say you're not even logged into Guild Wars 2, but you want an alarm to go off to tell you when some meta you really want to do is about to happen, it can notify you if you wish it to. When is Muck gonna release the patch? I'm adding some more ranger buffs. Give me some time. Did you have that page up last night? Yeah. Over the weekend, I was working on a script for a video on that topic. So it was, that tab was open probably since Sunday. Green waiting to capture the red camp. Invuln. Ah, my stun arrow missed because she went invisible right when I pressed the button. Got her. I gotta say, fighting a troubadour, I never know what to expect. Because they can be, like, glass cannons, they can be the tankiest support you've ever seen, or they can be something in the middle. It almost gives them, like, a very small advantage, like, in combat, is, like, the enemy doesn't really know how you built your character. There's... It's kind of like... It's not quite the same, but it's like if you see a druid, you're like, okay, is that a support druid or a Condi druid? But the moment I fire the short bow, you're like, oh, it's Condi. But with them, everything they do is just purple explosions, so you can't even tell until you're like in the fight for a little bit. They can be a camp NPC. They could be a camp NPC. Alright. I'm gonna see... I don't know the range on this. I'm gonna try to... Oh, nope. Someone's coming. I was gonna try to just leave her downstate and have a pet work on her while I captured the camp, but it didn't work out. she red? No, that's green. Now there's like 5 of them. Too many. Well, yeah, she respawned, came straight back, lost a second time, but did delay me taking the camp long enough that backup arrived. You know when the patch will drop? We don't. All we know is that there was a delay. And we're waiting to find out more. They said if the delay continues, we'll be back at, and then the time is 5 minutes from now with another update. So I'm waiting a few minutes to see if we get another update, and then it'll be the time I normally wrap the morning stream up. Oh my god, another Mesmer. What a shock. I haven't seen one in seconds. Happy day. Wait, are there 2 verts here? Dude, that was a Troubadour, a Mirage, and a Vert, and I downstated 2 of them. Holy crap. So much purple bullshit. Oh my god. It was like quantity versus quality. Just swarming me with purple crap. They needed a chrono? Yeah, and then they could form an infinity gauntlet or something. Oh, let's see. It's about that time. Alright, well, at this point, I'm just waiting a moment to see if they add any new updates. What armor class do you think has the most variety of builds and playstyles? When you say armor class, do you mean like light, medium, heavy? Because like every single class at this point in the game has like supports and power DPS and Condi DPS. Yes, light, medium, heavy. They're close to tied. They've done so much homogenization of the classes that they're close to tied. Oh, I got an Ascended Armor box in World v World. Your inventory is painful? I'm literally actively cleaning it. This is like you going to the gym and you see some fat person working out and they're trying to become healthy and you walk up to them and you're like, you're fat. They're addressing the issue. Give them a break. Like, thanks, I know, right? This is some very intense music for bag cleaning. That'll sell in a few decades. Oh, there's another Ascended box. Okay. Oh, there's a stack there somewhere. How often do you clean up? So, I've been doing Worldview World, like, very heavily 1 day a week for the past month. And so I think I think what all that loot was like 4 or 5 days of lots of Worldview World. All right, salvage all of that. Did you drop Black Lion Key just now? Maybe. We'll get there when we get there. What do you keep those stacks for? For a day where I'm willing to sit down and identify and salvage them all. And today is not that day. Oh, yeah, there is a Black Lion Key. Neat. Oh, what timing?
Constantine raided my stream with 154 viewers.
Hey, Constantine, thank you for the raid. I'm usually not live here. I usually end my stream 5 minutes ago, but I was waiting to see... And there it is. I was waiting to find out if they were going to do an update, and it just came through 1 minute ago. We're still working through issues stemming from last night's networking hardware failure. We'll post another update around 4 p.m. 2 hours from now. Thanks again for your patience. Do I have any good reacts to that? Panic. There we go. Mukluk Panic. Well, now I know. Alright, so I just gotta finish this up, and then I will pay that very kind raid forward to another person. Alright, let's see. Almost 2 gold for this thing. Nice. Jotaro's mantle. Jotaro. Alright.
This is the only proper course.
Okay, we got all these relics that I got. Filling out my relic collections. And then sell junk. Should get rid of a lot of things. Yep. Oh, freaking spoons. Sell the spoons. Alright, and Black Lion Key. Throw that into the stack in the bank. This is the cleanest I've seen your bags. I still had 200 slots open before I started this. I could have waited a few more months. Like, I paid for 490 slots. I'm going to use 490 slots. Alright. Opal crystals are overflowing. Wow, almost 4 gold a stack. Nice, that's 16, 17 gold right there. Soft wood.
My crew is on the verge of a breakthrough.
Nom berries. Ah! The man has shut me down. They said I have posted too many things to the trading post. Shoot. Hold on. Right there, okay. Why are these baubles in here? Alright. Well, I'm locked out of the auction house for now because I did too much stuff in one go. Alright, friends. So that, we got our update. I will be back for the evening stream in about 5 hours. The patch, the next time that they're going to have an update on what the heck's going on with today's patch is 2 hours from now, if you're on the lookout for that. It's just in the announcement channel of the main Guild Wars Discord. But I gotta wrap things up here. I got some stuff I have to do. So, as always, thanks for being here. Constantine, thank you for the raid. Hit the follow button, hit subscribe. Here's the links to my YouTube channels if you're not already subbed there. And a special thanks to the patrons who keep me in business. Couldn't do this without them. Link to that in the chat if you're interested. I will do a raid for someone on the Twitch side of things just to support the Guild Wars 2 category. Let me see who is live. Teapot is live. Not that Teapot needs the raid. Luxthos. I rated Luxthos day before yesterday. Oh, there's so many new people. It's awesome to see, honestly. When I started streaming Guild Wars 2, there was like 5 people in this category. Captain Crapface? Dude, okay. This guy, I know him for one thing, and it's for whining about how bad warriors are on YouTube. His videos are hilarious. I didn't even know he streamed. Alright, hang on a sec. I'm gonna raid him for my first time ever. Alright, see you guys over there. You guys have a good one. I'll be back in about 5 hours. See ya! And now an awkward 5 seconds because it wasn't ready yet. Okay, bye.